between both the Hurtbox nerf and the supposed buff. Hopefully they're gonna fix this, right? Hopefully they're gonna go, oh shit, oh fuck, we didn't actually make it better, we made it way worse. In my experience, though, I think Arx is just gonna double down on it and be like, no, it is more advantageous. What are you talking about? What? You don't have Daisuke's vision. And yeah, Chip didn't get anything interesting. He is not like Soul, who got 4 buffs. He's not like Mei, who got 2 new changes. He's not like Leia, who got 1. And he's not like Nago, who got way better. And all these characters that got better. He is the only character in the entire game that only got nerfed. Got nothing to play with. And I think that's a shame. Not even because he's trash now. He's definitely not. He's still very strong. But it's really boring to be the only character to only be nerfed. And I think in general, patches that just nerf are just boring, right? Like I'm not excited to jump into the lab. I checked out Soul's changes before I checked out Chip's changes because I was like, well, it's just gonna be nerfs. Why didn't they buff like Shuriken? Why didn't they buff Air K Alpha Blade or something? Like something. I will still play Chip most likely, but I am basically forced to pick up a secondary now because a lot of his bad matchups got worse and a lot of his good matchups are now even, I feel like. Yeah, the 2S buff doesn't change. Someone says like, oh, Chip got 2 Evos. Chip was not very highly represented, even at Evos actually. There were way less Chips than Souls in Evo top 16s. And let's be fucking real. Evo Online is not representative of anything. It like alone, right? It's the shittiest event ran in the shittiest way on the shittiest console. Like, don't act like me winning Evo makes him like completely broken or something. Yeah, Levo means significantly more. Legitimately does. Levo means significantly more for character strength. And Chip has won a Levo because I entered, and he probably won more if I entered more. But I would argue that I would win with Soul too. So, and I won with Melee before I swapped to Chip. So let's not sit here and say that like Chip was some incredibly overrepresented character or something. I honestly think though, if you want to nerf him this much, if you want to put him in triple nerf, I think that's fine. Maybe just put Leo and Mei down here too. And not just Chip by himself. And we haven't even talked about the next nerf to Chip, which is that the input lag got 2 frames lower. If you look back at my tier list, can someone find my tier list actually? I'm gonna find it. I'll do it myself. Right, so on my tier list here, you can see that Chip is up here in S plus tier on PS4. S plus, 4th best character. Very, very close with Mayo Leo. I said it myself, like he could be 2nd, he could be 4th. This is previous patch play. And then on PC, he was in regular S tier with Ram and with Soul, right? He was like a half tier under them because he is that much worse on lower input lag, right? And now PC online, which was what I was rating it after, is now the same as PS4 offline. So we're not gonna move Chip from this tier. We're gonna be adjusting him here. Maybe you had him higher or whatever, but like it is very important to realize that PS4 and PC are not the same, and they nerf some characters far, far more. And some people might say, why does it nerf chip? Well, the main tools that are nerfed by chip is it's 6K, 20 frame overhead. Now more reactable for sure. It is P Alpha Blade, 29 frame startup, about 34, 35 if you do instant air Alpha Blade, which is the only one with actual reward meterless. K Alpha Blade, which is 24, right in that range where you can now block it on reaction. Blocking K Alpha Blade on reaction is a massive deal. The amount of difference when I was playing PC and PS4 when they were blocking K Alpha, like like if people tried to block it on reaction, it was like 1 out of 10 on PS4, and now it's gonna be more like PC where it's more like 50-50 if you can block it or not on reaction, and it's probably gonna get increasingly higher. And then P Alpha Blade, which is 25 frame startup. This move you can DP on reaction or super on reaction. So what else? Well, his overhead is also 25 frame. His command grab is 27 frame. His shuriken is 22 frame. Are you starting to see a problem? Basically, every single way. What's the best way to contact me? Go to my Twitter. I have an email there, and I'll remember to look at it. Basically, all of his mix-up tools got way worse. Now, there's also another move that gets worse. Jumping 2K is 16 frame startup, yes, but that is, the first hitbox. When you're actually using jumping 2K in neutral, it usually hits around 25-30 frames. Basically, Chip got basically a nerf on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 2, 6, 7, 8 of his like pretty used tools. Making 8 of his tools worse, pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. I still think these changes, the input lag changes, are completely fine, by the way. I actually think they're completely fine. I'm okay with playing Chip. I still picked him, right? When I had him on the previous tier list. Right? I still picked him, even though I thought he was here. And I was already playing PC, which already had these nerfs, right? I didn't just play PS4 Chip. But he did get significantly nerfed for a PS4 offline tournament environment. Right? I think that's pretty inarguable. Yeah, I think it was just he just got over nerfed. I think if you're gonna nerf him this hard, you should have buffed something fun about him, like Shuriken, like K Alpha Blade in the air or something. That said, I will still try to play him, and the October patch is not very far away, so it doesn't make any sense, but I'm actively looking for a secondary now, and also maybe looking to playing Jacko full time. And if I play Jacko's so hard that it would just be straight up like almost not impossible, but like it would be incredibly hard to play Jacko and then also play Chip, because Jacko is the hardest character in the game in my opinion, and Chip is the third hardest now after Sato and Jacko. Although he is significantly easier than both of them, I would still put him like top 3, top 4. So yeah, they don't work well together.